Oh, you've made friends there? Oh, you're comfortable living where you're at now. Okay, well now it's time to move. We'll move you somewhere else. Hi guys, welcome to the Monday vlog. As you can see today, we're not really vlogging a whole lot here. I figured I would talk to you guys more today just about, you know, some of the things that have arisen over the past like couple of days. And I just wanted to kind of talk to you about it. We didn't really do much today anyway, so I just didn't feel like it was really needed to vlog me sitting in my car today. So I just want to get down to it. So I have two separate things, which they're separate, but they're also intertwined, if you will. So this weekend, most of you guys know, it was my older son, Caden's birthday. He turned 8 on Friday, and we went to Johnny Rockets, which I'll put up here in the iCard so you can see that vlog. We had a lot of fun, and if for those of you that don't know, Johnny Rockets is just like an old school like hamburger shake place, and then also attached to it is like a game room kind of place. So it's like an arcade, and you can have burgers and fries and whatever. So we did that as a family. That was like his going out dinner for his actual birthday. It was Friday. So we did that as a family, which we all had a lot of fun. Like I said, watch the video, you can kind of see what we did. And we weren't able to have his birthday party until Sunday. There was some conflicts with my husband's schedule, which I'll get into that a little bit later. And so we just decided that Sunday would be best for us to, you know, host his big birthday party. So I ordered his cake, and so Sunday came and I had one person RSVP. And mind you, my son, I think I've told you this in the past, my son has ADHD. He is in a cluster program. He goes to a public school, but he is in a class with a teacher that is educated on how to approach these children. She has different tactics and whatnot. So every let me say boy, because they're all boys, all the boys in Caden's class all have ADHD. Some of them range from different severities and whatnot. So for those of you that have kids in public school, you know that whenever you send invitations to school, you have to send the whole class. Well, this year I was like, yes, I got this. There's only 7 kids. And for those of you that have a child with ADHD, sadly, they are not invited to a lot of birthday parties. Sadly, they are outcasted by friends. And so I invited all the kids in his class. I had one person RSVP. And she even asked me, she's like, what do you want me to get for his birthday and whatnot? And, you know, I kind of told her, and we had been in contact up into the birthday party. So maybe like Thursday or Friday we spoke. And at that point, she was still coming. So fast forward, we get to the birthday party place on Sunday, and we set up the table and everything. We decided not to get a room because we, like I said, we may have only gotten like 4 or 5 kids, and it would just not have been cost efficient to do that. So we just got a booth and just decorated it that way. So we set it all up. At that point, like, we thought we may have like 2 or 3 kids coming. And so that was fine. You know, we always have smaller parties anyways. So Caden and my younger son Mason went to play, and hours like rolled by, like I mean, the party started at 1:30. So, you know, they were playing, they were keeping busy. Like 2:30 rolled around, like nobody showed up. The mom that did RSVP didn't even send a message. So I was like, okay, let me just send her a little message saying like, oh, this is where we're located in the facility, no response. And so I was like, okay, so he's playing with other kids in the playground, but he doesn't have anybody at his birthday party. So it like broke my heart for him, but he was doing okay at that point. He was fine. We just let him continue to play and whatnot. And so we let him play until probably like 3:30ish. And mind you, the party started at 1:30. And it was time to go. So he didn't realize that nobody had come to his party until we got into the car. And at that point, he started like wailing, crying, like sobbing. It was so sad. He was like, none of my friends came to my party. I didn't even get any presents. I didn't get anything like that. And mind you, we usually give him his birthday presents like on the day of his birthday. So we had already given him his presents, but he didn't have anything to open at his party. So he started like sobbing and saying like, nobody came to my party. My feelings are hurt. And my heart just like broke for him, because I was like, I can't even imagine like the pain that feels as an 8-year-old, knowing like nobody came to your birthday party. And I think a lot of people just don't realize like how important birthdays are to little kids, and especially military families. Military families are basically put into a situation and they're only given a certain amount of time, and they can't really make a lot of close friends and relationships with kids. And so I feel like a lot of military kids really do get the short end of that stick, and they don't get lasting friendships. So yeah, he sobbed all the way home. I was so upset for him. Like, I was like, my heart is like broken for him. So, okay, here's the part. Don't judge, you guys, don't judge. But he's been asking for a Nintendo Switch for a really long time. And like, he was wailing so loud, a guttural like wailing. Like, you could tell his feelings were truly hurt. And I was like, would you feel better if mommy bought you a Nintendo Switch? Yes. So, no kids came to his birthday party, and I got wrangled into a $300 Nintendo. That's how that went down. And I posted some things on my Facebook last night, just kind of like, you know, like showing people how heartbreaking it is when your child is truly heartbroken. And I really did get such an outreach of people that were so sweet. Some people we've never even met in person. Like, we're just Facebook friends. And some of them were like, give me your address. I want to send him something. I want to send him something. And it really just touched my heart, knowing that there are people out there that truly understand that this is important to these kids. It's enough that Caden has ADHD. It's enough that he's secluded. It's enough that he is a military kid. All these things are stacked up against him, and it's heartbreaking to watch, basically, from just the sidelines. You just want to be the mama bear and just go in there and be like, come to my kid's party right now. If I have to pay people off the street, you need to come to my party. So, yeah. That's pretty much how the birthday weekend went. This kind of brings me to my next thing. I was gonna say issue, but this has to pertain to my husband's work. And I know earlier in this vlog, I told you how we were having some problems with my husband's work for us scheduling the party and whatnot. So let me tell you that story really quick before I delve into this. So my husband, if you don't know him, he is very accommodating, if you will. So like, when somebody calls into work or like isn't feeling good or whatnot, like, he's always the first one to be like, I'll work for you, that's fine, or I'll switch shifts with you or whatever. And mind you, we've been here for 3 years, and he's done it several times. I mean, there have been, okay, just for instance, you guys, not this birthday, but my last birthday, he volunteered to work for somebody. And the person really, like, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't even know, like a teacher meeting or something that could have been delayed. But yeah, like, my husband, he does a lot of stuff. And so he asked somebody, like, could you cover for me on Sunday? And nobody would do it. Absolutely nobody would help my husband out. And so not only were my son's friends not there, but his own father wasn't even able to come because nobody would help him out. So that brings me to the next section of things that we're going to discuss. We're going to talk about, my husband brought home a nice little list. They call it a dream sheet that you have to fill out of places that you want to live. So the military is basically like, oh, you've made friends there? Oh, you're comfortable living where you're at now. Okay, well, now it's time to move. We'll move you somewhere else. So now I have a ton, like, I have page after page after page of just places to go. And 10 of my picks have to come from one list that have maybe 25 choices on them. So basically half the list. I'm not gonna share with you guys like the cities that these places are in, but I'll just give you like the states and stuff. So this has to come from our top 10 list. I mean, tell me, where would you guys move to? I need some help with this. California, Florida, which is not Miami though. Different places in Florida. Hawaii, which, you know what? Everything that I've heard about Hawaii isn't great. And Maine, North Carolina, Oregon. And let me just say in here, Oregon and Washington are both in here. And for those of you that also don't know, my husband and I were stationed in Alaska before we had kids, and it's just, it's just so secluded. And I realize that Oregon and Washington are beautiful places to live, but I think it's too close to Alaska for me to take on again. I just don't know about that. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Those are the places that I have to pick from. So I need you guys' input. Like, where would you live? What would you do? What would you put on this list? I don't even know. Let me see if there's anything else on this other list that's not even really a possibility that we could move. Connecticut. Guam's completely out of the picture, just because we are in the special needs program. My son has ADHD, and I have the pulmonary disease, which for those of you that don't know, if you're in the special needs program, when you move somewhere, they have to be able to accommodate you. So basically, like, I couldn't live in a remote area such as Guam because there would be no pulmonary hypertension specialist. We would have to move to, I think on it says that I have to live within 20 miles of a major hospital facility and one that has a pulmonary hypertension specialist. So that's very rare. We would have to live in such a big city, and Guam would just not be one of them. Massachusetts, which my sister lives there, so Michigan, Missouri, New York, Ohio. Let's see. Puerto Rico, which ain't looking so pretty there right now. And again, I think it's too remote for us to live there anyways. Tennessee, Texas. We've lived in Houston before, for those of you that don't know. Some more Virginia. Sorry, I keep looking down, you guys. It's a long list. Washington and Wisconsin. That's pretty much it. So if you live in one of those states, let me know. Let me know what you like about that state. Yeah, I will keep you guys posted also on the picks. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button below if you want to keep following this crazy journey and find out where this family is going to live next year. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. See you guys later. Bye.